Hi guys, welcome back to Nebula Fox Toy Reviews. It's the first video of the month, so you know what that means. It's time for an anime figure. And today I'm going to be looking at something that I've been looking forward to getting for a very long time, and I can't actually grab him. And it is this figure. This is the amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech Hawks from My Hero Academia. I personally don't really care about the anime My Hero Academia or the manga, but Hawks, my god, I love this character. I love him. So when I realized they were making a proper articulated figure of him, I had to get him because obviously up until now it was statues or cheaper articulated figures like the McFarlane ones. But no, Revoltech is one of the best companies out there for articulated figures in Japan. So let's head on over to the review table and get a closer look at this awesome guy. Okay, so here we are. Here is the figure, and obviously to start with I'm going to just scooch him off to the side and we're going to take a quick look at the box, because the box is, my god, so busy round the back. So here is the front of the box. So we've got amazing Yamaguchi, powered by Revoltech there. We've got a nice picture of the figure here with who it is, Hawks, and the My Hero Academia logo down here. This big window so you could see the figure and what is inside the box. This nice picture of Hawks in the background is actually an insert, so you can actually take that out of the box. I'm not going to. I have removed the inserts and all of the accessories just because there are quite a lot, so it would have taken a while. On this side, we have another nice picture of the figure, of him glancing over and taking his goggles off, and some other coloured pictures of it. On this side, we have Hawks in a nice action pose, with the actual still from the anime that it's trying to recreate, and then just a nice picture of him glancing over his shoulder. On the top, we have another still from the anime showing him off, and then some more logos. On the bottom, oh look, another picture of him with a book. On the back is where it gets ridiculously busy. I mean, look at that. Let me move the camera up a bit. There we go. Look at how busy the back of that box is. I don't know where to look. So we've got all of the, like it was showing off the different faces that he can do. We've got sexy Hawks pose. We got action Hawks pose. We've just got generic Hawks pose. We got another action shot. We got another sexy shot. And then we've got him next to the, I think it's Endeavor. Like I said, I don't know the thing, but I think it's called Endeavor. So we got a picture of those two next to each other, and we have a picture of all the accessories. So like I said, there's a lot. I'm not going to go into too much detail for all of these accessories. I will show you them all, but I'm not going to go into too much detail with them all. So anyway, that's the box. Box can go on the floor. Anime figure boxes do stay, so I'm not throwing it. And here is the figure. Let me move the camera down. And as you can see, here in the background are some of the accessories. But we'll take a quick look at the figure itself first. Because of the wings, he's very back heavy, so he won't stand on his own. But that's okay. I will end up displaying him on his stand anyway. So I'm just going to unplug the base. This is the stand. It's very, very similar to classic Figma bases. So you've got the arm, which has a joint there, and here. And that can plug into the actual base in any of these holes. I always put it at the back, because then the figure can stand on that bit. Okay, so here is Hawks, and he's looking down at the moment. You're going to look up for us? Look up. There we go. Look up at the camera. He doesn't look very happy. This is the face he came with in the box. He does come with two other faces. So yeah, he comes with two other faces, which we will look at later. This is the face he came with. Really nicely done. Let's angle him up to the camera a bit. Really nicely done. Love his little earmuffs. And his hair. I love the hair. It's kind of spiky in the figure, but in the anime it looks like really, really soft hair. Then we've got all of his fur going down his jacket. Because obviously with it being like an aviator's jacket. That goes all the way around the back. And you got his shirt. I need to find this shirt. I have the jacket and some trousers for him. I need to find the shirt because I do plan on hopefully cosplaying him at some point. I have wings. They're not as big as this, nor are they red because I'm doing a Pride Hawks version, so they're rainbow wings. So I just mainly just need to find his shirt. I can easily find some gloves. And I got boots. So this is very nice. Got all his buttons. Going down, we've got his belt. These parts on his trousers do seem very fragile. Like these loose parts do seem a bit fragile. So be careful if you get them. Then we go down to his trousers. And we got his boots. Don't know why his foot's doing that. Going round the back. We've got obviously more detail in the jacket. These parts of the jacket can move. And we have the wings. My God. These wings are sharp and very fragile. They're not like a soft, moldable plastic. These are rigid. These are a very rigid plastic. Now, I'm just going to extend a wing out so we can fully take a look at the detail on one. Both of the wings are exactly the same. I'm just trying to do this without breaking it because, like I said, these wings are extremely sharp and fragile. So here's one of the wings fully extended. There we go. So here's a wing fully extended. I'm going to actually just pop it off his back. His wings can come off because he comes with the stumpy wings for when he's used all his feathers. So this is one of the wings fully extended, and the detail on these is really, really nice. I wish they were made of a softer plastic so I wouldn't have to be as careful, but listen. That is solid plastic. Luckily, these haven't been painted at all, so these will have been molded in this red plastic, so you don't have to worry about paint chipping, which is good. You just have to worry about the figure itself chipping, because ouch. So, really nice detail. With the joints on the wings, you've got this one where it plugs into his back. You've got this one, which is sort of, I guess in a bird's wing would be the elbow. So, you know, you can spread the wings out a bit more. And then you've got this little bit that plugs in here, and it's around the back, just so you can fill the gaps. And then they all come in nicely for his wing to be down, like it is here. So for his articulation, I'm actually going to take both of his wings off for this, just so I can, show you properly his articulation. So this is his back. These are the bits where the wings plug in. These bits do not move. It's just where the wings plug in that help the wings move. So for articulation, his head, he can look left and right. And he can look up. If you work with the collar, because this collar does not move, so you have to work with it to get him to look up. Making him look down, again, you don't really have to work with it there, but he can look down. He can also tilt his head side to side ever so slightly. For his arms, he can... You gotta work with it. You gotta work with it. But he can sort of T-pose. I don't really want to force these shoulder pads because the shoulder pads don't want to move. I don't know if they're meant to move. I think they're meant to give a little bit of give in the arm, but they don't really want to. So his arms can do, yep, they can go all the way forward. They can also go all the way back. I would say you can do a full 360, but I am not going to. You've got a single jointed elbow bend. There's no like bicep swivel. His hand fell off. Yeah, for some reason the left hand on mine is really loose, so it's most likely going to be a pose and leave figure. So yeah, single jointed elbow. Also, the elbow can count as a swivel. At the wrist, we have a sort of peg hinge, so you can swivel the wrist, and you can also move the wrist up and down depending on which position you have the peg in. I am going to just quickly get his arms out of the way so I can show you the waist. So he does have an ab crunch, so he can bend. So he's got an ab crunch with the waist, so the ab crunch on its own gives him that much bend. With the waist joint, he can pretty much double over. Going backwards, however, he can only really stand up straight. He can't go backwards. So that is a waist swivel, also means a torso swivel. His legs can go forward pretty much all the way. They can go backwards, also all the way. So he can properly run. He can not really do the splits. That's how far out they'll go. At least that's how far out they'll go on mine. Does have a swivel that doesn't really want to on mine, so I'm not going to force it. I don't like forcing my figures, especially expensive ones like this. We've got a knee bend. It's a single jointed knee, but the way the trousers have been moulded, it does sort of give a double jointed knee appearance. We've got a bit of a swivel at the boot. And we also, the foot can go down that far, and it can go forward that far. We do have a toe bend, and we also have a bit of ankle tiltage. So that is it for the figure itself. Oh, like I said, these bits of the coat can move outwards as well, but that's about it. So yeah. For his accessories, right, this is going to be the fun part. I'm going to move the wings out of the way. He comes with 2 extra faces. So the face that he's come with is like his bored, serious face. He does come with a smile. Sort of like a smirk smile. And he does, also come with an open mouth smile. Come on, camera. So he comes with an open mouth smile as well. He also comes with a spare hairpiece. So as you saw with this fringe, he's got his earmuffs on, but he doesn't have his goggles. This is the one for him with his goggles. So I'll quickly show you how to swap these out. So it's like with the Figma, the fringe comes separate. So you can take it off, and then you just pull. Come on. This face doesn't want to come off. Wiggle. There we go. So you just pull the face off. I'm going to give him the upper mouth smile, actually. So then that just plugs in like so. Oh my god, he's so sharp and pointy. Okay, this face doesn't actually seem to want to go on. Okay, that face doesn't actually want to go on. So I'm just going to put his board face back on for now. Because that one, at least I know, fits. But I will put his goggles hair on. So there we go. He's now got his goggles on, which don't really seem to fully line up with his hair for some reason. With his, not with his hair, with his height, with his eyes. But yeah, he's got his goggles on now. They really don't seem to line up with his eyes that well. So I probably won't be using this fringe. It's like they haven't molded it right. Because if you look, there is a gap between his head and his fringe. Whereas if I put the non-goggles back on, there isn't really a gap. So it's as if this one hasn't been molded correctly. But it won't. He does come with some goggles by themselves. Oh god. So you can sort of just have him hold these goggles. He does come with his little stumpy chicken wings as well. So they will plug into the back like the normal wings do. He does come with some extra red pegs, so you don't have to keep taking the big, like the wings off the pegs. You can just pull the pegs out. So they will, you know, plug into his back the same as the normal wings, and they will have the same range of movement at the base. He also comes with his feather swords, which are once again sharp. They do feel, they are like ever so slightly bendy, so maybe ever so slightly less fragile than the wings, but still pretty fragile. So he comes with two wings. I mean, not wings, with his feather swords. He comes with eyes. He comes with lots of pairs of eyes. Also a can of coffee, where he comes with lots of pairs of eyes, so you can have him looking in the different directions. I'm not going to take these out because I will lose them, but just to let you know, he comes with all of those. He also comes with hands. Now, the hands that he comes in the box with are fists, but he also has grabby hands for his swords. He has some karate chopping hands. He has some clawed grabby hands, like he's reaching out to grab you. We also have these grabby hands, so this will be for his coffee, and I believe this hand is for his goggles. He's got pocket hands, so when you put these in, you can make it look like his hands are in his pockets. He has pointy hands, and he has thumbs up hands. Now, to change the hands out, you basically just need to pull the hand off the peg, and then let's give him a thumbs up. Where's the thumbs up for this hand? And then the new hand just easily plugs in. So, yay. We're getting a thumbs up from Hawks. So that's how you change the hands out. They're really easy. For effect parts, he does come with these, which are just like, it's just plastic with some feathers printed on it to make him look like he's, you know, shedding his feathers, basically. And you also get these parts, which plug into his wings. So for this, I need to put the wings back on him, just to get the full effect. I'm not going to end up displaying him with his stumpy wings, because I like him with, you know, full wings. So it's basically, if we spread his wings out so they are fully open, these wings are so annoying. So as you can see, he has two ports in his wings. So these pieces will just plug in to one of these ports. They're not the strongest of connections, as you can see. So I am putting them in the bottom hole. There we go. So then we're bringing round. Oh, God. I'm going to just have to hold them in place. But yeah, so it's when he's doing that and it can make him look like he's ejecting his feathers. Yeah, because I think he can basically make them into little daggers, which is pretty cool. So yeah, so it'll make it look like he's ejecting the feathers out. As you can see, they do not have the... Oops. And they fell out. They do not have the strongest connection, so I won't be displaying him with those, which is a shame because I think it would be a really cool display. So I'm not entirely sure how I'm actually going to display him, but he's, you know, he's still a cool figure. I'll most likely just probably display him like this with his wings open, or I might display him flying, since he can. If you work with it, you can make him look up. But yeah, that I am going to have to end. Oh, wait a minute. Some more quick little pieces. So for the little plastic sheets with the feathers on it, you do get these stands for them, so they just slot in there. And then you also get these pieces here. So as I've shown you, I've already said, you get the spare red pegs for the wings. You do get one spare pair of black pegs for his wrists, because you'll easily lose them or they might break. You do get an arm extender for the base, and you also get a claw for the base as well, if you're wanting to try and pose him in any other way. So that is it. I'm going to put him back in his stand so I can at least stand him up for the ending of the video. So there we have it. That is the amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech Hawks figure. If you like the character, this figure is a must. If you don't, then why are you watching this video? Because I know that some people in the fandom don't like him. I don't know why, because I haven't watched the anime. But, you know, I like him. I think he's cool. So, yay. Thank you very much for watching, guys. And I shall see you all in the next video. Whatever that'll be. Bye!